Good morning, dear students. We were discussing about growth and development of children, and in that we have already discussed in detail about the infant growth and development, the growth and development of a toddler, and also now we started with the growth and development of preschool child. So in the last class we have already seen who is a preschool child and regarding the biological development. That means how the child will be with the height changes, weight changes, and also different systems, how the maturation is happening, and also the sensory development we have seen in the last class. So now we can discuss about the motor development of a preschool child. So already we know that the toddler has started increased locomotion, the body movements are increased, and the child is able to balance most of the activities with more coordination and balance is attained by the child, and he can jump and he can run, he can climb the stairs. So much activities are performed by the toddler. So still some more activities has to be developed and it will be continued in the preschool period. So regarding the motor development, the child's muscle fibers increase in strength and size. So during this time, still more specifications are happening in the muscle fibers and in its strength and size. And also the coordination and voluntary control of movements are increased. So initially we have seen in toddler period there was a problem of falling because of coordination and balance problems. So now that will be more decreased because of the increased voluntary control of movements and coordination. So we can see the child's gross motor development at 3 years. So the child will walks in a straight line, walk backward and tiptoes. The child will be able to walk backward and also they will be able to walk in tiptoes. Then they will run without looking at the feet. So they will run more stiffly without looking at the feet. They will be running very well. And they will be able to kick a ball, jump from a height, rides bicycle using pedals. So till this period they may be walking in the bicycle. Now they will be starting the tricycle, not bicycle, tricycle using pedals. And by 4 years they will run on tiptoes. Initially they were walking on tiptoes. Now they will be able to run on tiptoes, balance on one foot with 3 to 5 seconds. They will be able to balance on one foot, jumps from greater heights, alternate feet when descending stairs. So when they are coming down also they will be able to manage with the alternating feet, climbs ladder, trees, etc. So initially they were able to climb the stairs with the rails. Now they can manage climbing of ladder, trees, etc. by 4 years. And by 5 years they will be skipping with alternate feet. Especially the girls children, they will be starting skipping, but not with the both feet, but they will be able to skip with the alternate feet. Then walks a balance beam, like a balance beam they were walking. They will be able to walk by keeping one foot in front of the next foot. They will be able to walk in a balance beam and imitate dance step if taught. So if we are teaching any dance step, they will be able to follow that and catch ball smoothly with hands and roller skates. So this is the activities which can be done in the gross motor development up to 5 years in the preschool period. And we can see the fine motor development by 3 years. They will be able to build a tower of 9 to 10 blocks. So now their tower is increasing in number of block. Copies a circle. Uses blunt scissors with one hand to cut. Help with simple household tasks. If we are asking them to bring something, or there's a plate we are asking them to keep in kitchen. So simple household activities they will be helping the parents, and by 4 years they will be able to copy a square, draw simple face like two eyes, one nose and mouth, then make a circle. So small face, simple faces they will be able to draw, and they will be able to copy a square, cut around the picture with scissors, and by 5 years they will be able to copy a triangle and letters like A B C D, or small symbol letters they will be able to copy by 5 years, and draws a three-part man. That means three-part man means they have a face, then ear and body, like three-part man they will be able to draw. And the self-care activities, by 3 years they can put on coat without assistance. Coat means if we are giving a shirt for them, they will be able to keep both hands, and they will be able to put the coat without assistance and shirt without assistance, and can go to toilet alone by 3 years itself. Maybe they want assistance in hygienic activities, but at the toilet they will be able to go, and they can pass urine and stool. There is no help is required, and brushes teeth with help. And by 4 years they will put small button, especially in the shirts and knickers they will be able to put small button, and put on shoes, bath self or assistance, both they can bath by themselves by 4 years. And by 5 years bathing self, combs hair with the help. So these all self-care activities will be increasing up by preschool period. Regarding the psychosocial development, so we know that psychosocial development, it was put forward by Erik Erikson, and the psychosocial developmental stage in infant, it was trust versus mistrust. In toddler, it was autonomy versus doubt and shame. And in preschool child, the psychosocial development is initiative versus guilt. According to Erik Erikson, it is a initiative versus guilt. So we know that child starts it initiate activities. So psychosocial, in that you have to understand that they will be making initiativeness in making relationships also. The social relationships are also initiated by the child. So children are in a stage of energetic learning. They feel a real sense of satisfaction in their activities. So when they are able to complete an activity, they will have that feeling of completion. Satisfaction will be felt by themselves, because we know that in toddler period they start initiating activity, they are trying to become autonomous, but if they fail, it will be resulting in some temper tantrums and other behaviors were initiated by the children, and they may fail easily because they have direct fatigue will be there. They may not concentrate on longer activities. So but in preschool period they will be engaging in activity, and they feel the satisfaction when they complete the activity. So that is the initiative versus guilt. Then conflict arises when children oversteps the limits of their ability, and sense of guilt for not behaving appropriately. So this guilty feeling will arise when they feel that they are not behaving appropriately, or if they are overstepping the limits which is set by the parents. So this is about the initiative versus guilt. So the social development in preschool period, as a part of psychosocial development, we have to understand they need parental security, guidance and reassurance. So we have to remember that initiativeness is the stage of this particular child, but we have to provide proper guidance and reassurance. So only the child will be initiated, or child will be achieving the task of initiativeness. They can cope up with the changes in daily routine. So they will be able to manage their daily routine, like the timing of breakfast, lunch and dinner, sleep time, and also they will be able to manage their own daily activities like bathing, teeth care. These all things they will be able to manage, so they will be able to cope up with changes in daily routine, and their anxiety associated with the strangers and fear of separation of earlier year decreases. So now they don't have any much fear on strangers. They will be able to interact with them freely as compared to the previous years. Then regarding the intellectual development, because we know that the theorist is Jean Piaget, and the child is now in pre-operational phase. So we know that by 2 years, from sensory motor stage up to 2 years, we will be entering into the pre-operational phase of intellectual development. And we know that the first phase is from preconceptual phase. So our preschool period is from 3 to 6 years. So the preconceptual phase will be seen in the 3 to 4 years of preschool period. 3 to 4 year, that is the first year, will be with preconceptual phase for the preschooler. So child's thinking is based on concrete perceptions. So everything they know, like if we are telling we want to go church, so they know what is a church and what are the activities, what is happening in that particular area, and what all things are expected from that particular child. So they have a concrete perception on the thing, and they will be thinking based on that perception. So that is about the preconceptual phase and preschool period. And after 4 years, that is, the child will be entering into the second substage of pre-operational phase, that is intuitive substage, or intuitive thought will be started in this particular age. And children are able to give reason for their belief and irrational for their action, because we know that there are certain imaginations or thinking abilities by the child during this time. It is a transductive reasoning, intuitive reasoning, then inductive reasoning, then animism, realism, magical thinking. These all thinking abilities are there for the child during this 4 to 7 years of age. Artificialism, realism, confusion, these all will be there during this time. But they will be able to give a reason for their belief. So why you are going to church, they will be able to give a reason for that. So that is, even it is not accepted by everybody, but they will be able to give a reason for their actions. That is about the intellectual development. So you have to remember that in preschooler, the child will be in pre-operational phase, and 3 to 4 years the child will be in preconceptual phase of, or first substage of pre-operational stage. And afterwards, that is 4 to 7 years, so from 4 to 6 years the child will be with intuitive substage. And after 4 to 6 years they will be in an intuitive substage, and this is the period of intellectual development for the preschooler. So hope you all understood. There is some overlapping between the sensory motor stage and other ages. There will be some confusions, but you have to understand from where it is ending, from where it is starting, and where it is ending. Next is about the moral development. So moral development, we know that the child is in level 1, pre-conventional level, and earlier we have seen that stage 0, that is there is no moral development, or that was happening. And after that, stage 1 was punishment, obedience, orientation from 2 to 3 years. And stage to some extent we can see the particular stage also in preschooler, especially in the beginning years. They behave because of their freedoms or restrictions placed on action. Children judge action as good or bad. It results in reward or punishment. So the earlier time in preschool period there will be an overlapping of this punishment obedience orientation. That means we are not stopping punishing the child by 3 years. It is needed continuously for maybe for preschool period and in the beginning of schoolers. So that is continued in here also. And in stage 2 in preschooler, especially the stage 2, there will be native instrumental orientation. So this is from 4 to 7 years, like it will be seen. So actions are directed towards satisfying their needs and less commonly the needs of others. So they want to satisfy their needs, they are not concentrating on others needs. So if we want to get something from them, we have to do something for them. So that is the stage 2, that is native instrumental orientation. You do something for me, I will do something for you. So if we are giving some homework for them, they should get some treat for that. So they will be asking some rewards for that. So that is a native instrumental orientation, that is you do something for me, I will do something for you. So hope you all are clear with what all things we have discussed in the preschoolers growth and development. We'll continue in the next video. Thank you.